that instance does not mean that it should continue. I mean, even in cases where you have a misnomer, we won't say misnomer should continue. The electoral process should get better. People should be able to decide who wins the election. For us as a party, I mean, we believe in the rule of law. We have had election in this state, and our party lost at the West senatorial by-election, and we did not bring down the roof. You know, the first statement we issued was that we abide by the decision of the people. So for us, it's not about INEC. We don't have any business with INEC other than we just expect INEC to do its bit, and there should be an unbiased empire. For us, we just want, you know, our people to decide who governs them. So it's for INEC to explain why the decision. But for us, we just think the system should get better, and that's what we are after. I mean, we just want democracy to be different.
Mr. Olatunji, let's look at the Constitution and what it says in Section 179 of the 1999 Constitution. It says that a candidate for an election to the office of governor of a state shall be deemed to have been duly elected where there being 2 or more candidates. Then 2A of it says he has the highest number of votes cast at the elections, and 2B says he has not less than 1/4 of all the votes cast in each of at least 2/3 of all the local government areas in the state. And then 3 says, in default of a candidate duly elected in accordance with Sections 2, there shall be a second election in accordance with Section 4 of this section, at which the only candidate shall be A, the candidates who secured the highest number of votes cast at the election, and B, one amongst the remaining candidates who secured a majority of the votes in the highest number of local government areas in the state. So, however, where there are more than one candidate with a majority of the votes in the highest number of local government areas, the candidate amongst them with the next highest total of votes cast at the election shall be the second candidate. All these criteria were met in Osun on Saturday. Why then has INEC refused to declare Adeleke the winner?
Well, like I said, the Constitution you just cited has been adhered to, and again, that does not nullify or invalidates the fact that if the number of cancelled votes is more than the margin, I mean, you still don't look at that. And I am not holding brief for INEC. What we are simply saying is that we are speaking as a party that abides by the rule of law. Nobody has come out to say that it is not part of the electoral guideline for an election to be declared inconclusive or to order a rerun or to go for the second ballot if the number of cancelled votes is more than the margin. The question is that part of our law or not? The answer is yes. So for other questions that INEC needs to be asked, I think it would be better so that I don't appear like holding brief for INEC. What we are simply after now is we want to go back to the poll. We want to abide by the law and let the people decide. We should also not forget that, if we can submit to the first ballot, the second ballot we're talking about, we're also going back to the people. We are not saying any other person should decide. So for us, we just want the people to decide who votes for them. Thursday is just 3 days away.
It would seem to suggest that your party
decides to let our party continue, so be it.
That is what the people are saying.
If they feel otherwise, so be it.
If you just allow me to come in so that we can have a good conversation between both of us. Now, this is what the people are saying. You're calling blue-black because you're the party in power in the state. Did you get me? I am saying that the perception now is that
Hello?
Your party is calling blue black because
Hello?
ordinarily you are in charge of the state.
Hello, please, can you speak louder?
I'm speaking as loud as I possibly can. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. It's better. Thank you.
Brilliant. Now, the insinuation, the perception that people are getting on this elections is that your party is now calling blue black simply because you are the ruling party in the state.
Because we are the ruling party in the state, that's why what?
That's why you have decided to allow this process to go into an inconclusive state.
Oh, I'm sure anybody who was there when the election was going on yesterday would agree that more than any time in the history of this state and the country, our government, being the ruling party, did not interfere in whatsoever way to make this election go inconclusive or harass people, intimidate them. I mean, the records are clear. You know, opinions and comments are free, but you know, facts are sacred. And I mean, we've been in this state for a number. We've had a series of elections. We know what it was when we're not the ruling party, and so contrary to even some of the speculations that was in the newspaper on here, you know, I watched other parties, particularly those who are having the second, those who are going to this other second ballot with making accusations sometimes last week on here that our government is set out to pick up leaders, and all of that never happened. I mean, by now we're used to some of this propaganda. I mean, we've been this is one government that has allowed everybody to express their franchise. We're not desperate for power. I mean, what we are simply after is that we want the rule of law to prevail. We want the best person to emerge for our state. For our state, it's all about the people. I mean, I mean that allegation is not true. It's spurious. I mean, it's something that we need to put straight. I mean, we did not in any way interfere. We did not in any way go into that election with any undue advantage or abuse of power. I'm sure if we had done that, the story would have been different. We don't believe in that. We believe in the people. We believe in the tenet of democracy, and that has been our guiding light. But for other parties that may be claiming so, maybe because that was what we were used to when we were in power, and they think it should always be like this. In 2014, I mean, all major leaders of our party were arrested in this state. So they were thinking there would be a replication of same, but we don't believe in such. We are Democrats, and we are guided by the tenets of democracy.
Did your party underestimate the PDP candidates and what they could likely do in these elections?
Oh, we did not. We went into the polls with the best of our strategy. But like we said, I mean, it's all about the people. It's for the people to decide. That, I mean, this election is the most keenly contested governorship election in this state. For us, I mean, we as a party, we celebrate our people for, number one, believing in the rule of law, for showing interest in who governs them. And of course, it's also a for all of us. I mean, at every point in time, we must continue to strategize and re-strategize. And I'm sure that the party that eventually wins on Thursday, which I strongly believe will be my party, would know that